What's up, YouTube? So here we are in the garden. We haven't given you guys a good update here in a few weeks. We got COVID last week. Some friends of ours, again, so-called friends, came up and gave it to us. Again, this is the second time we've gotten this stupid thing from so-called friends. Anyways, so I want to give you guys an update on half of our garden, the good half. Look at that. So Amy's flowers are in full form here. I mean, not even quite full yet. She's got all these, what are these, azaleas, right? Zinnias, you know, whatever, who cares? It's got a Z in it. Check these guys out, that's neat. It's like a neon color. I might have to go beat that dog. But look at these beautiful flowers. Man, those are so cool. And then she's got these huge sunflowers over here that have mostly opened up. A lot of them. She's cut a bunch of them and brought them inside. Check out these pretty things. Our dwarves are actually growing up a little bit, but they're starting to get some sunflowers on them. And then over here, we got some more flowers. I'm probably not the right person to do this. I'll get Amy to make a video on all these different flowers, but I just recognize that they're colorful and pretty. And we got some beans coming up over there too that we planted. These are black-eyed Susans, I think. We won't even look at this side. It's just a mess. But look at this beautiful side. We got wonderful looking black-eyed peas here. Queen Anne's black-eyed peas. Last year when I grew these, by this time the leaves, I mean, they just were decimated by bugs. I don't know what it was, cucumber beetles or something. But they just got dominated by them. But they look really good this year. They're full. And hardly any bug damage whatsoever, which is crazy. And then over here we have our bush beans, which are ready to be picked. Probably a little overdue to be picked. But we're still recovering from this whole COVID thing. So we're going to get our breath back and then we'll go through there. Check out this okra. We've got some baby okra already on here. It's not very big, but there's definitely some on there. It's getting closer. The first ones take a little while, but as soon as this thing really establishes itself and gets in a pattern, it's going to go crazy. We got a whole row here. So I picked these from last year, and one thing I think is that we got a ton of cross-pollination from different varieties because these come from the same plants. You know, the same variety, but they look completely different. It looks like they actually mixed. So we'll see what we get this year. We'll have our own personal okra variety. Danny's Virginia okra right here. First time, first season. If we can get it stable. And Amy's over here doing more cutting on these tomatoes, which have pretty much almost reached the top of the trellis here on this side, and they're putting on a bunch of tomatoes and a lot of flowers and stuff too. And they'll branch out some more when they get up there, but check that out. Some good looking little tomatoes there. This guy's got quite a few on there. We've only had like 5 or 6 of them total that have had blossom end rot, so we've been lucky.
Yeah, it's amazing because last year, like a whole first round of tomatoes that came right were bad. So super happy.
And that's because we've been getting consistent water this year. We've had rain every week. We haven't even had to use the drip tape really at all. Just a couple of times, and the reason for that is because we put the drip tape down, and then it's of course going to rain. Of course, that's a clear sky, so that's not it. But they've gotten plenty of rain, a good amount of water, not too much water, but just enough. I think we got 1.25 inches the other night, which is good enough for a week basically. But yeah, I think they're going to be doing just fine. And then we have our peppers, which are nice and pretty plants. They're getting bushing out, and you can see a bunch of bell peppers on there, and quite a few of these are bell peppers. Here's a decent sized one. For now, they're starting to grow right here. And see if we got any on this guy. I don't see. Yep, there's a couple of either jalapenos or not jalapenos. The only way to find out is I think these are serranos. And then these, what do we say we thought these were? I can't remember. The Cubanelles, I think. Yep, some more jalapenos or not jalapenos. We'll have to taste to find out. We had labels down here, but then the labels just washed off. So we tried. And then this, cucumbers. We can grow cucumbers. Of course, I don't know. We're just really good at it, I guess. It's just natural, you know. Cucumber thumbs. But yeah, just in this little spot here, we've already got a lot of pickles canned already. 16 pints already out of just this little spot, and it's just started. So starting to grow up here, vine up. And then the loofah is just growing like crazy up here. So it's already reached the top of the trellis there. It's just going to keep on growing. And I'm sure by the time it's cool, we'll have a nice shady spot. Check out this bed. This is our melon plot. These are all watermelons here, which are growing pretty good. And then pumpkins are all the big ones over here. Although, because we had a bunch of pumpkins die, we had to go back in and replant. And some of actually the pumpkins, the seeds they didn't make it. So like in this row, you don't see a lot. There's actually some watermelons in here too, but all of these are different types of pumpkins. And or a winter squash in one of these rows here. But we think it might be damage from cucumber beetles spreading disease. We got to get those out of here, but we put them in that wheelbarrow there. And then I'm going to come over here and spray spinosad on these guys too, just to see. But we got the start of, you know, some female fruit, but nothing too big yet. Just flowering. That little guy may not make it. He doesn't look too bad, but he's stunted. Our potatoes over here are starting to die back. They've got this row right here is actually supposed to be ready a few days ago by maturity date, but we pulled one up here and it's not really ready. And the plants were still pretty green in the uprights, so we're going to just let it go. And then we'll let it, when this all dies back is when we're going to go through here and pick our potatoes, which will be a big day. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think I have anything else really to update on. Probably going to throw out 2 or 3 videos in quick succession here because we've got some backed up. Yeah, Amy's over here cutting some sunflowers for herself.
Yeah, I think these are called the white light sunflowers. We got these from hospitals. They're seeds.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Even if you made that up, it makes sense.
Making stuff up sounds good.
That's what they're called now.
You got too many sunflowers. So I've got like 4 vases of flowers inside right now. This will make 5. All right, that's it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're staying cool, and let us know if you have any questions about what we got going on or any suggestions, or just trying to keep our heads above water with the heat and the rain. So have a great night.